Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gianna, or as you know me on social media, the Society of a Gemini, and I am back with 2 new videos this week. I know, super exciting. I did not intend on doing 2 videos this week, but as it turns out, I did a poll on Instagram and I asked you guys, do you want to see my makeup favorites or do you want to see my makeup journey, like how I got here and how I got into makeup? But in the end of the poll, it was a complete dead tie, 50-50. You guys were even, so I just figured, you know what, why not shoot both videos and post both videos this week. Now, I'm not 100% sure what video is going to go up first because it just depends on editing and upload and all that stuff, but you guys will definitely get both videos this week and I'm super excited about it to tell you about my journey in makeup as well as show you what my favorite products have been over the last few months and some new products that I'm like really loving that have become my favorites. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my makeup journey and how I got into makeup and how I got into this crazy world of YouTube and just kind of take you guys along on that journey and let you in and let you get to know me a little bit better because some of you know me personally and some of you don't. So this is a chance for you to kind of get to know me and me tell my story that has to do with makeup. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay guys, so my makeup journey, where to start with this insanely crazy journey that I've had with makeup and how I got here. Let's start out by saying I was not necessarily a girly girl growing up, but I wasn't necessarily a tomboy either. I was kind of somewhere in between. I did like pink and frilly things to an extent, but I also played a lot of sports and liked having my hair braided and hair up out of my face, and definitely wasn't around a lot of people that were crazily into makeup or like really were obsessed with makeup. My mom wore makeup as I was growing up because she was a businesswoman, and she still is to this day, but she was a businesswoman, so obviously she had to look nice. She was in advertising, so she sold ads and stuff to people, and so she had to look nice, and so she did wear makeup and she did get dressed up, but it wasn't something that she necessarily was like, oh, I love this, I love looking pretty, and she didn't have a lot of makeup products. She just had like her basics, and that was kind of her thing. My older sister, which I have an older sister named Tamika, shout out Tamika, she is 11 years older than me, so she you would think would be like a source of me watching makeup or whatever, and that's how I got into it. But actually my sister is the total opposite of me. Like, we are so polar opposite, like you couldn't even believe. I am so now like the girly one that's into stuff. My sister is comfortable in like Adidas tracksuits and like Adidas stuff, and she wore Adidas sandals at her wedding. Like, that's just who she is. So she was never really into makeup. I think the most I've ever seen her dressed up was her wedding day, and maybe prom, but like she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, so I definitely didn't get it from her. My grandma doesn't wear makeup. None of my aunts really wear like a lot of makeup or like are obsessed with it or into it, so I literally had no like sources of inspiration of fashion or beauty or like makeup, like that kind of world, from anybody close to me like growing up, which is why I probably didn't start wearing makeup until I was like 14, and even then it was like just because a lot of my friends were, and it wasn't really like I was into it kind of a thing. Yeah, I didn't really wear makeup or wasn't really into any of that. I did like fashion growing up, but makeup wasn't something that I like put the two together, I guess you could say. So I went through my elementary years, my middle school years, never really being like, oh, I want to wear makeup, or no, I want to like all, you know, I didn't play in my mom's makeup, any of that kind of stuff. I think I started wearing makeup, I want to say my freshman year of high school. I was 14 years old, and I think my mom let me wear foundation, which did not match my skin tone. Like, I will tell you, it did not match my skin tone at all. And I think mascara and some eyeliner, maybe eyeliner, but very little. Like, I didn't wear bronzer, no blush, highlighter wasn't a thing, no lip products. I think I put chapstick on, like that was it. I just didn't really wear lip products. So that was it. That was my beginning of my makeup journey. And if I can find a photo of when I was in that era of my makeup, then I will post it. Maybe put it somewhere up here, somewhere for you guys to see it, but it wasn't cute. It was not cute, and I definitely was not doing anything right. I was using my fingers, and even when I started using that makeup, I don't remember my mom or anyone ever really showing me how to apply it. I just kind of did. Like, we definitely used my fingers to apply my foundation, and then the mascara and the liner I think came with a brush, so that's what I used. But that was it. I don't even remember having like a lot of makeup brushes, like maybe one. And yeah, that was the beginning of my makeup journey. Like, it was not, there was very minimal, and there was just like not a lot that I did, and which was fine. I was 14. I didn't be wearing a full face of makeup at 14 years old. I mean, I see that there are 14-year-olds who do that, which is like great. If their parents are fine with that, that's totally cool. I just didn't, and I didn't need to, and it wasn't trend, and it wasn't the style back then, so it was unnecessary. Fast forward to my sophomore year of high school, I think I started to wear a little bit more. I think maybe that's when I started to wear liner and maybe do my brows then. I'm not sure, but I don't think I really still, like, I was still in that stage of not really wearing a lot, not really doing a lot, any of that kind of stuff. So I just kind of didn't wear a lot of makeup, didn't do a lot of stuff, and that's kind of where I kept it. It was just 14, 15. Very basic, nothing. I think I started wearing like maybe face powder on top of my makeup. But other than that, like, there wasn't a lot going on. Now, my junior year is where I want to say like everything changed. Like, I had my junior prom that year, and my best friend at the time, Sierra, she was like my best friend in high school. Her mom was really, really into makeup, and so then in return she was into makeup, and I got ready with her for our junior prom. We didn't have dates, so we went, and we just kind of went as friends and hung out and like went in our little friendship group, and it was fun. We spent all day getting ready for this prom. I wore self-tanner, like, and I definitely have photos from that prom, and I will find them and post them here because they were interesting. I was the very first time that I had ever worn false lashes. My friend's mom had to show me how to put them on, and these were like long, like thick lashes, like not like the lashes I'm wearing now. These were like, you can tell these are fake lashes, like, and I had a bright red lip on, I remember, and I bought black eyeshadow to try to do like a black smoky eye. I bought one of those like little Almay like makeup things that had like the darkest color and then the little bit less dark and then the light and then like the highlight color, which I didn't have brushes. I definitely used like my fingers and stuff. Like, it was not anything excessive of that. Like, I definitely didn't know what I was doing. I think I watched a video or like saw a picture on Pinterest and thought I was like so cute because I did this, and my hair was pinned all to one side and then curled. Like, it was just, and I had bangs. I had these like little tiny bangs that were just like hanging down, that were like curled down, and it was, I mean, okay, give me a break. It was like 2011, 2012, so, you know, it was a difficult time. It was interesting. But I remember that's like my first real time that I like was wearing a lot of makeup, and like I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I really had fun with it. Although I do remember taking lashes off at the end of the night. It was amazing. And to this day, it's amazing to take lashes off at the end of the night. It's still one of my favorite things. So after my junior prom, going into my senior year, I started to get more makeup stuff. I think I bought more makeup, and I started to just really, really be into it and really like appreciate it. I had like a makeup kit. I had, not a makeup kit, but I think my dad bought me like one of those e.l.f. like makeup sets, like that had the lipsticks and eyeshadows and all sorts of stuff. And I just remember being so into it, so excited, like really starting to love being in makeup and like really appreciating it and really enjoying it, you know? Like, I just thought, wow, like, this is so much fun and I love doing it. So by the time my senior prom rolls around, senior prom, I went with my best friend who was, she was a best friend in high school, and she is now currently still my best friend, which is my best friend Tina. I said best friend multiple times, but that's what she is. She's my best friend. Tina and I met our freshman year of high school, but didn't really hang out much till our senior year, and then we went to college together, so then we just like grew from there. Anyway, I remember getting ready. We got ready together for our senior prom, which Tina and I need to sit down and have a story time about our senior prom, because we have a story to tell for that one. There was some drama, there was some ridiculousness. We only ended up staying at our prom for like an hour. It was just like a lot. But that's for another time, another video. But we got ready together, and I was even more extra than I was my junior year. I had false lashes. At this point now, I was wearing bronzer, and highlight still wasn't a thing yet, but I was wearing bronzer. I had fake lashes, I had lipstick, I had brows, which my brows were really, really bad back then. Like, they were very thin, they were ridiculous, it was not cute, and I have that picture. I can find that picture, I know. There's a picture of me and Tina. Tina probably doesn't want to show herself from our senior prom, so I'll have to like crop her out of it, but it was not cute. Like, let me tell you, it was not cute. I mean, I thought I was cute back then. Tina thought I was cute. Like, we all thought we were cute. Like, we were in this cute stage, and like other people thought we were cute. But like, I look back now and I'm like, I was not cute, you know? Like, if I compared today's Gianna, like, to then Gianna, is a world of difference. Like, glow up is for real, you know? Because this makeup compared to that makeup was just so different. But I remember we got ready for our prom, and I thought I was so cute. Like, yes, work it, girl. Like, I thought I was so cute. And at this point, I was super into makeup. I was watching YouTube videos, like, every day, all the time. Very into it. Like, I was like, yes, I am amazing. Slay. Yes. Okay. And then after prom, a week or two like a month later, we had our graduation. If I find the photo from graduation, I know I have one. It's not cute either. It's a selfie. My brows are so thin, and like, mind you, I still thought I was cute though. I still thought that I was real cute. But I wasn't. But I thought I did. I thought I was. So I'm still like bopping along in makeup as this goes, and I'm liking it. I'm finding it as a hobby. I'm finding it as something that I enjoy, and like, for the most part, people are telling me like, you look good, like you're really good at makeup, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you think I'm good at makeup? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I was feeling myself. That summer I got even more into makeup, and then freshman year of college rolls around, and by this time, your girl has really started building a collection of makeup, which I started with the simplest brand that I think is one of the best brands to start with makeup if you're on a budget, is e.l.f. Cosmetics. I literally owned everything e.l.f. e.l.f. eyeshadows, e.l.f. lipsticks, e.l.f. liner, e.l.f. like lashes, e.l.f. foundation, e.l.f. primer, like everything e.l.f. everything. I even had like their palette sets. Like, I was so into e.l.f. So freshman year of college, I went to a university, a small private university here in town where I'm from, and my best friend Tina also attended the university with me, which we have story times to tell about that university too, because it was less than perfect. It was not the greatest experience in the whole wide world, for me at least, and I know for Tina because we both left. We'll tell stories about that in the future, you know, spill some tea on the university, you know what I'm saying? That was really cheesy, but it was cute, so whatever. Yeah, so we started going to university, and Tina, like, you will see her if you go on her YouTube channel. Her videos are popping. She got mad makeup skills. she was really into makeup like I was. We were both into lashes and stuff, so you know, we kind of like bounced off of each other when it came to like that ideal of like learning makeup and like doing stuff like that. Watched YouTube videos on the regular. I started to just get super into makeup. Like, it was my thing and I was really good at it and I liked it. We sang in a choir together, me and Tina did, at our university, which is where most of our stories will come from when we tell them. But we had like this big concert for like December, for Christmas. Yes, it was like Experience Christmas. I know, it was a cheesy name, but it was Experience Christmas, and I got all dolled up. I remember doing my makeup. I probably have photos from that too. Also, not cute. My brows took a long time, okay? When you see these photos, you're gonna be like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with your face? Why'd you do it like that? And I just gotta tell you, like, okay, brows, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither were my brows, okay? They took a minute. We had a long history, a lot of battling before we could get them to look like this. So I'm just saying, be pre-warned. You see these photos, you're gonna be like, girl, what is wrong with your face? And I'm gonna be like, you know what? It was a really hard time, it was a real rough time. Don't come with me like that. Don't come at me like that, okay? They're better now, but they weren't back then. And it's crazy for me to look at photos from my freshman year of college, because it really wasn't that long ago. It was like 4 years ago, and my makeup has changed so much, like so much from freshman year of college on. Like, freshman year of college is when I just really think I fully fell in love with makeup, where I just was like, I love this so much. It became part of like my identity and part of who I was, and people in my life began to know me as like, oh, Gianna, she's good at makeup, like that's her thing. And for me, that was a really great feeling, because growing up, I definitely didn't have like a bad childhood by any means or anything, but I feel like I never really found something that was like my thing, that I was good at, that I was like, this is just mine, you know? I was never the smartest, I was never the funniest, or not the most athletic. I played a lot of sports growing up, but I was never the best on the team. I wasn't the worst, but I wasn't the best. I wasn't the most creative. I was just, there was nothing that was mine, that was singularly mine, that I could say this was my thing and I was good at it and I could find pride in myself by doing it. So my freshman year of college, I really discovered that makeup was my thing. It was when I really realized, like, this is something I'm good at. This is something I really love doing. This is something that I can spend hours doing, and it brings me so much joy to do it. Like, I'm so happy when I get to do it. I'm so happy when I get to sit down and put makeup on and try out new looks and just express my creativity through that and express myself through makeup. And it's really when I like fell in love with the artistry form of makeup, of just being an artist, being a makeup artist, and really getting to just go and do your own thing. So that I kind of fell in love with that, and it continued on my sophomore year of college. I did choir as well. Tina didn't attend university with me anymore that year. So like I had to throw myself into something because I missed my best friend. She wasn't at school with me anymore. So I did makeup for a choir concert. We had like a themed choir concert. We did Les Miserables, and I got to do like kind of grungy makeup on them, and we did like a whole different theme, and I put in my fashion aspect and my makeup aspect into it, and I just even more so was like, yes, this is what I love. Meanwhile, I still watched YouTube videos like ridiculously all the time, and this is around when people started telling me, you should make a YouTube channel, like you should go on YouTube, you should make a channel. And I was like, okay, like I didn't know how to even do that, how to even start YouTube or how to work through it. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go through that. It's too much work. There's no way. So I didn't do it, but I just still loved makeup, and I started doing it more. My sophomore year of college, I believe, is when I did one of the girls that I know. I did a girl's makeup for prom. And I remember being like really, really proud of myself and super excited. Or no, maybe it was homecoming. Homecoming or prom, one of the two. But I was super excited and I loved doing it, and it just kind of like even more so solidified, this is what I love, this is what I love doing. So my sophomore year, the more I fell into love with makeup, I also was kind of going through like a little bit of a identity crisis. I had a lot going on at the time. I was deciding to not attend the university that I was attending anymore. I had started a new job and then stopped working there unexpectedly. It wasn't fired, but I was let go, as they say, which to me is the same thing. I really don't know if someone tells you you're doing everything right, but we're gonna let you go. That doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, I guess. So I had that going on. I was heartbroken over stupid boy issue stuff, because, you know, we all go through those things and get your heart broken sometimes, and that's what happened to me. And so it was just a lot. It was a lot going on, and I felt like the only thing that I had that was mine and that made me feel good was makeup. And so I continued doing it, and I fell more in love with it, because in the hardest time, and one of the hardest times of my life, and one of the most confusing times of my life, it was something that brought me a lot of peace and a lot of happiness, because when I did it, I just felt like, okay, this is my thing, and I'm getting better at it, and I love it. And around this time is when I got like my first Morphe palettes and my first brush set, and I just was like really diving into learning and like getting better at makeup. So at this point, I had been getting into makeup. It was the summer after my sophomore year of college. I had just turned 20 years old, and I was just really, really loving it. After leaving university, I decided to I decided to start working as a nanny again, which is something that I have been doing for the last 2 years, and I really enjoy. I love my kiddos, and I love doing it. But it was something that just, makeup was always there. It was kind of always in my heart, and something I just really, really loved, and I started contemplating more and more whether or not I should start a YouTube channel, because people always asked me for tips and tricks and like my advice, and I even would have people say like, well, will you go shopping with me and show me the products and like tell me what you think would work for my skin? Like I was consulting people basically, and people wanted to know, they wanted my opinion. And I thought, wow, if people keep asking me this, maybe I should make a YouTube channel, maybe I should, and then people can know and they don't have to ask me questions all the time. So I started considering it more, and I just was like, put it off more, put it off again, and continue to put it off. And then finally, January of 2017, I made my very first YouTube video. And I was so excited to start, and so excited to do makeup and get into it. And I really like practiced beforehand. Like over the years, like I didn't just start the channel being like, hey, I know everything, because I don't. I'm still learning every day. But like people ask me, how did you get good at it? And I say like, YouTube. Honestly, that's another reason why I wanted to do YouTube is because I learned from YouTube. I would spend hours, literally hours, sitting in front of my phone or like my laptop and just watch videos and watch YouTubers like Desi Perkins and Nikki Tutorials and Luster Lux and Shayla and Crispy, and I would just try to follow like everything they did. Like I would just try so hard, and I would literally pause the video a million times, and even though I didn't have all the same products or the same brushes, I would just try to imitate it. Or when I bought palettes, like when I got my first Morphe palettes, my dad bought them for me. I got the 35T palette, the 35K palette, and then the 09F palette, or the 09F palette. And it was like a contour palette and 2 eyeshadow palettes. And I remember looking up on YouTube, tutorial with the 35K palette or tutorial with the 35T palette. And so I would watch as they would do it, and I would try to follow along, and I learned how to blend, and I learned how to do that, and I just was so adamant about learning because I just wanted to be better. I wanted my makeup to look like theirs. So when people ask me like, how did you learn? Did you go to cosmetology school? Which a lot of people ask me if I've gone to cosmetology school or if I'm going to cosmetology school, if I'm planning to going. I have not gone. I'm currently not enrolled. And as of right now, I do not plan to attend cosmetology school because I just don't have any desire to do that. I just don't think that it's necessary for me, and I don't want to. But yeah, I learned everything from YouTube, and it was free. It was free to learn, and I loved it. I loved it so much. The YouTubers that I named are people that I always like. The two YouTubers that I think that I look up to most for makeup and that I love the most are Katie and Desi, or Lusterlux and Desi Perkins. And I just loved that they were themselves on camera, that I believed them. Like, I believed who they were. And so that was part of my journey of being like, look at these people that are so cool, so great, so themselves, so loving, so sweet. And I fell in love with it, and I loved it. And so I got into YouTube because I wanted to do that. I didn't, not necessarily like be big and crazy and famous from it, but like I wanted to be able to show people the way I was shown. I wanted to help people the way I was helped. Like, and maybe do things a little bit differently. Maybe do things that I wish were out there when I was looking for makeup tutorials, you know? I wanted to be able to share the knowledge that I have with friends, with family, with strangers, and share my passion, something that I fell in love with, that I found was mine. And I think that being in makeup, it gets a bad rap. I know that over the years I've had a lot of naysayers, or a lot of people who have judged me because I like makeup or am into makeup. I had a guy in college that I was relatively close with that he told me, after we had been close for a few months, after we had gotten to know each other, and he said, you know, when I first met you, I really thought you were gonna be stuck up. And I was like, why? And he said, you know, because you're into makeup and you like to look nice. And I remember thinking that you were just gonna be super stuck up. And, you know, he was like, but you were nice. You were super, super nice, and you were super sweet and down to earth. And I remember being like sad by that. Like, it was like, why do you automatically assume because I like to do this that there's nothing going on like in my heart, or there's nothing going on in my head? Like, I'm not a graduate of a university, but I'm a smart girl, and I have a really big heart, and I don't like being judged because I like to look nice, because I like to spend 45 minutes getting ready in the morning or longer. Like, or I like to own nice things, and people always judge me for that, and I still get that all the time, and it's a very frustrating situation. Like, if you've been into makeup for a long time, it's really frustrating when people just judge you because you like makeup. Like, and I've gotten that from all sorts of people. I've gotten it from friends, I've gotten it from family. Even I had a youth pastor when I was in high school that used to kind of like get on me, like, not like, he was mean, and he would say things like, oh, like, why do you even put that on? Why do you wear that makeup? Like, you need to learn how to love yourself like the way God loves you, or love yourself the way God made you. And now that I'm older and I'm in my 20s, I'm like, that's so wrong. Like, I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, and I believe God made me, and I believe he doesn't make mistakes and all that kind of stuff. But just because I want to enhance the beauty that God gave me, or I want to put makeup on, doesn't mean that I don't believe any of those things. And I think it's really wrong for people to try to tell you what you can and can't do with your face, because first of all, it belongs to me. It's my face, it's my skin, and if I want to put 10 pounds of makeup on it, then I will. It's none of your business. I wish I had felt that and known that when I was 15 or when I was 16, which is another reason why I wanted to just make this YouTube channel, because I wanted girls and boys, whoever wants to wear makeup, to know that it's your choice. Like, if you want to put makeup on, that's you. Now, obviously, if you're under 18, you live in your mom and dad's house. Like, there's rules. I get that. But I just don't think it's anyone's right or place to tell someone what they should or shouldn't do with their face. Especially if you're in a position of leadership or authority or a position where that person looks up to you. Like, I would so hate for a young girl to feel like she's not good or that there's something wrong with her because she enjoys putting on mascara, like, or lipstick. Like, it's makeup for some people is because of insecurities, and I understand that. But makeup for a lot of people is a source of a creative outlet. It is something that they do. It's something that I do because it brings me a lot of happiness and joy. And it's not because I don't like the way I look without it. It's simply because I like the transformation. I like to see before and after. I like to be creative and mix colors and blend things and different shadows and shimmers and see. I've never done makeup because I thought that it was something that was necessary. I did it because it was something that I loved. And I really hate when people think that it's okay to judge me or judge other people for liking that. Makeup is a hobby like anything else, like drawing, like music, like anything. It's an art form like anything else. It takes skill and effort. I don't understand why people praise painters and then get down on makeup artists, because we paint too. We just paint our face. Like, people can be very disrespectful and very hurtful with their words when it comes to makeup. And I think it's something that's been looked down on so much and looked at as such a shallow thing, when it's really just people who feel creative and want to express that. This is a form of expression for me. And I love that. I love that I can express how I'm feeling. I love that I can express different colors, and I can be bright and bold, or I can be simple and understated. And I can do that all, and it shows right here on my face. It's the same way as if I'm expressing with my clothes. I think that it's something that should be celebrated and should be respected. And I think that people need to learn to shut their mouth, basically. That's what I think people need to learn. I think people need to learn that it's not your business to tell someone what to do with their face. If I wear purple lipstick or bright blue lipstick or black lipstick, it's none of your business. So unless you have something nice to say, like every mother has told us, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So if you don't like it, well, guess what? That's not an opinion you really need to share with me. You don't need to go, oh, blue lipstick, why would you wear that? No. Unless you're trying to say, oh, girl, I like that blue lipstick, then keep your mouth shut. That's all I'm saying. Because, I try to be kind and not say rude things back to people when they say things like that. But at a certain point, if one more person says something rude to you, you want to snap. And I can handle it. I can handle if someone wants to say something mean, because honestly, I don't really care. Your opinion is irrelevant to me. It does not matter. But not everybody can. So if there's a girl or a boy who's trying to express themselves through makeup, just try to be a little more kind with your words and know that words hurt people, and to say something mean or say something that's discouraging to them can really hurt them, and that may be their only outlet that they have. And everyone needs an outlet, so keep your words to yourself and don't get down on someone because they like this, because it's an art form like anything else. And if you want to debate with me over that, debate with me, because I will go to bat anytime. That it takes skill, it takes training, it takes learning. And also, makeup is not just like, oh, I put this on my face. There is different eye shapes, lid shapes, like lips, like everything, different face shapes. Makeup is a lot of working with shadows and contouring and highlighting and different things that it takes a lot of work to do it, and it's super fun. But don't dog on someone or get down on someone because this is what they like, because it's not acceptable. And if you're gonna do that, then you can get off my channel, because I'm not here for that. You can get off my channel, and I just won't allow that. I'm just not going to. Like, I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, a little bit of like a rant, but it's just something that super frustrates me in life when I see people do that, because I've had it done to me firsthand, and I just don't want the next generation to have to go through that. I want little girls and little boys who like makeup to be able to enjoy it and not be judged for it, and that's just who I am. That's what I want for people. But yeah, that's in a nutshell, that's all how I gotten into makeup. You have seen, if you haven't seen my video that I did a few weeks ago on why I took a hiatus after I started my channel, you can go there and I'll kind of fill in the gap of like why I was gone and now I came back. But yeah, that's pretty much my makeup journey, is all of that. I started off not very much into it, and I grew with it. It grew with me. I had some bad makeup stages, but all in all, makeup is something that I love, something that I have a really, really big passion for, and I love that I get to do it. I love that I get to share it with you guys, and I just want anyone who likes makeup to be able to do it freely without any kind of judgment. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button below. Subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite kind of makeup is, or let me know like what you want to see next, and the links for my social media will be below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.